happy Friday. Welcome back to another 5 weekly favorites. Sorry we missed 2 videos last week. We feel really bad.
I know.
And we didn't have a video this Monday. But we're trying. Life is just busy, but we missed doing this last week.
But we have exciting things in the works.
We do. We'll actually probably need to bring that up in a video soon because we have that survey.
Yeah, we can do another like
Get ready with me.
Yeah.
Chatting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to film that soon. Anywho, we only have time to film 2 videos today. So, 5 weekly favorites. Our first favorite this week, well actually I've been using this for the past 2 weeks because we didn't have a video last week. This is the Saint-Tropez Self Tan Express Bronzing Mousse. We've been buying this for years and this one is actually, I know it's expired, I'm just using it because I don't think it's harmful to use after the expiration date. But we bought this jumbo one during the Nordstrom anniversary sale.
I don't even think it was last year. I think it was maybe 2 years ago. Or was it last year? Because it's going on right now. So that would have been like exactly a year ago.
Yeah, I forget when we got this. But if it is part of this current sale, I'll definitely, I'm going to link it from Nordstrom down below. But hopefully it's part of this current sale because basically you pay a little bit more than like one normal size bottle and you get this jumbo. And we thought it was perfect for us because we both use it. So it's just like almost double the amount for like a really good price. And this has just been like our tried and true self tanner for a really long time because, well, it is one of those express tans, so you could potentially leave this on for like an hour just to get a little bit.
I've done 2 hours with that.
Okay,
and it like gave you pretty good color, and you can easily just rinse it off then.
Yeah, but you can also like sleep in it. It never gets my bedding like orange or never stains. And now I've just been wearing this. We usually work from home on Fridays because right now we have summer Fridays, so we technically have a half day. So I usually like put this on in the morning and then I just wear it like while I'm working and then rinse it off after. And I just find it really easy because like I'm actually wearing it right now. We're filming this on a Friday half day. And I'm wearing it right now. This is before I'm rinsing it off so you can kind of get an idea of the color. It's not like super dark.
I look really pale because I'm going to use another one later today that's in our monthly fave.
Yeah.
So it's actually I'll mention it now since we're here.
Oh, okay.
We've recently, well, just so that you can compare.
Okay.
We've recently got the Luna Bronze Eclipse Tanning Mousse, which as you can see, like we're almost gone through this.
Well, that's a normal size.
Yes, I'm saying like this is a way better deal.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use this later. I like the color a bit more than this. It's less warm, more like olivey green. But there's like some blending issues with it.
But I still love this. I just feel like I keep going back to this and like we tried the Luna Bronze, but it's a little bit more finicky. Where this one, I feel like if I'm going to wear one during the day, I like it to be this. It does have that self-tanner smell, but it dries down very, very dry to the touch. And it doesn't get on, even if I sweat, like it doesn't get on my clothes, it doesn't get on my bedding. So I just find it very like easy to use. It really blends out perfectly. I can blend it myself like so effortlessly. It's a very effortless self-tanner. The color is nice. Like Carly mentioned, it's a little warm, but I wouldn't say it's orange by any means. And it's not like super, super dark, but dark enough for my preference. So I've really been enjoying that. It's like kind of a rediscovery because I feel like in the summertime, I like to be a little bit more tan. And we like, you know, just for so long, I was just like, oh, self-tanner, it's like so hard, so time consuming. But I'm like, you know, I like how it looks and I can do it once a week and I like how it looks. So I've been using that like every week.
Okay, and then I have another rediscovery because that was kind of a rediscovery as well. It's sat on our shelf for like a really long time.
Yeah.
So this is the Neosons Squalane from the site Lotion Crafter. So if you don't know, Lotion Crafter is kind of like this site that they buy a lot of raw materials from raw material suppliers, like cosmetic raw materials. And then you can like go on, they basically like depot them into like smaller amounts and you can go on and purchase, which is a really genius idea.
Yeah.
And I think they're like a clean facility. Like they have all the information on their website that sort of like validates them. But I had purchased the Neosons Squalane a long time ago. So Neosons is the parent company to Biosons. And so Neosons is a raw material supplier, I believe. I think they're, or maybe it's like, or no, there is another name.
They make the raw material.
Yeah, like they're the raw
material. But they're not a distributor. Is Lotion Crafter's the distributor?
Technically, yeah.
Okay.
Like Neosons is, like the raw material supplier, and then they own Biosons. Like they created their own brand with this like innovative squalane that they have. So the squalane is from sugarcane, and I believe it's the only squalane from sugarcane on the market, like the one that they manufacture. And so I had read a Reddit thread, and I mentioned this in a video probably like a year and a half ago, but on Reddit people were saying like, oh, it's the same exact squalane as the Biosons squalane, so to save money, go and get that. And it's literally only like $8 for 1.7 ounces, which is crazy because the Biosons it is pretty economical if you get like the big jug they sell, but if you don't want that, then the smaller bottles can be pretty expensive. And shipping was like another $7, but still such a good deal. And I basically ran out of this probably 2 months ago and hadn't had it since, so I repurchased it. And I just forgot how much I love it. Like, I love this stuff so much. It is so soothing on my skin. I had some dark spots on my cheek that were like drying up. They were just like zits that had dried up, but they turned a little dark. And I wore this the first night I got it back in my life. And I woke up and like the spots were like faded and almost gone. And I was just like shocked. So I love this oil. It's my favorite oil I've ever tried. And fun fact, and I hate to like talk bad about Naturium, but we have like had a lot of issues.
I really want to find a product that
all
works.
we want to do is find a product from theirs that works for us, and we've like liked things that they broke us out or that irritated our skin. And before I purchased this, I bought their squalane that's derived from sugarcane as well, because their packaging is really nice. It's
I
like
love the
glass
packaging.
bottles and droppers and really cute. And something about it. So now I'm like, is there another manufacturer of this squalane? Because it felt like the finish was the same as this and the texture was the same, but something about that one irritated my skin, like actually burned my skin.
There's other sugarcane ones.
Yeah, okay, so maybe there are different manufacturers for the sugarcane derived squalane, because the Neosons stuff like feels so soothing, so nice on my skin, and that irritated my skin, which an oil has never done. So I was really shocked, and I wanted to call that out just in case you wanted to compare the two, because I couldn't find like many comparisons online. So yeah. Okay, next up is a blush favorite. I know I had a blush last week, but I'm kind of on a blush roll. This is the Lawless Vintage Love Blush, and I posted this on our community tab if you guys saw. The QVC was doing a deal where you could buy the Lawless, I believe it's the Golden Hour Bronzer, which I love that bronzer. I went through a whole one, like I hit pan, I couldn't use it anymore, I threw it in the empties bin. And then this blush, and this is the only shade I was actually interested in from Lawless. I actually saw it in Sephora like a week prior to that deal coming out. I was like, oh wow, Carly, like this is really, really pretty, but her blushes are quite expensive, and I just wasn't sure how the formula was, even though they get really good reviews and they're talc free. So when I saw the deal where essentially you would like buy the bronzer and it's like you almost get the blush for free, I couldn't pass it up because I love that bronzer. But I have to say, I got 2 packages because the first one, the bronzer, was shattered everywhere. It got just completely shattered. It was sent without any like bubble wrap, any dunnage, in one of those like very flimsy like shipping bags. And then they sent a replacement, which is very kind, like the whole set. And the second bronzer was broke too. So then I just asked for a refund because I'm like, you're just gonna keep sending them the same way. So I sadly didn't get a like replen of that bronzer, but I really, really love this blush. It's a really great like neutral pink option. I don't really have anything like it in my collection. It actually looks warmer on the face than it does in the pan. That's
which
just
I find
us. That's just us. That's our undertone. Everything
Is it?
turns warm on me.
Well, it's not like that much. I don't think it looks warm on my face, but like
No, but like
hopefully
this
you can
blush,
see the swatch. It's a very, very like, I mean, it looks pretty cool toned on my hand, and then on my cheeks it does have some warmth, but I kind of like that because I feel like it could potentially look too cool toned if it would look like this, but I just feel like it does give like that blush appearance to the face without being too warm or too peachy. It's like a very nice pink blush.
Yeah.
And that's like exactly what I wanted it for when I saw it in Sephora. I just like, this is what I envisioned it looking like on my face. The formula is really nice, really buildable. You can do it really sheer or build it up very nicely. It's like so easy to blend. It never looks like muddy or cakey. So I'm actually really impressed with the formula itself. But I also really like the color, so I had to mention it.
Okay, so my cheek products that I'm wearing right now, the new So Soft blush and bronzer sticks. I am so obsessed with these. They are a little pricey for how much, well actually, no, well 8 grams isn't that little. That's not like that little of an amount.
Yeah.
But they're like $30 each, I believe, and they kindly sent us the whole range, so thank you so much. And I've been wearing them, no joke, every single day since we got them. They delivered on Tuesday. I put them on Tuesday. I wore them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and now today, Friday.
Yeah, she's been hoarding the bronzers, but I've been trying the blush.
Yeah, but like, I think the things, I'm like so disappointed that we got these right after we filmed our favorite cream bronzer and
I know.
cream blush videos, because these would be near the top of the list for me. So the bronzer, the shade that works for me is called Summer, and it already looks so used because, like I said.
Well, I want to try Terra.
Okay, yeah, you can try Terra. Terra's like the contour shade. I like it as well, but the bronzer is my favorite.
Oh, that actually reminds me a lot of the Milk one, if I'm not mistaken, like the color.
The color, yeah, the color looks like the Milk. It kind of almost looks a little like the NARS as well, and it reminds me of the Nude Sticks Bondi Bay too. You know, they're all like really good neutral bronze shades, like not too warm, not too cool. But you'll see, the thing I love most about this is it's such a creamy formula that like it just glides on so effortlessly, and then
which is kind of opposite of the NARS, although we love it.
It is opposite.
Yeah.
Out of all the bronzers and blushes we talked about in both those videos, this one is the creamiest and the easiest to blend, even more so than the Patrick Ta, which we said was like super easy, but this has more pigment than the Patrick Ta.
Yeah.
But when you blend it out, it like gives you like this soft focus effect, but that pigment actually stays there. Like, you know, a lot of bronzers.
Yeah, this I found. So I've been using the shade Bitten, which is a really beautiful like dark berry shade, and I found it to be so pigmented and like really lasted on my cheeks. I mean, I'm assuming that this one they meant for it to be for deeper skin tones. So, but it definitely would work because it was dark on me, and even as I blended it out, I was like, wow, it's like still pretty dark on my cheeks. Yeah, but I still really love this color. Yeah, like the colors are really beautiful. They have amazing range, like for all skin tones, even the bronzers. But yeah, it kind of looks like this soft focus effect, but it lasts all day on the skin. I have on the blush and the bronzer right now, and I just cannot stop looking at myself. Like, I'm just like, oh, I look so like bronzy, but it looks like natural for me. I can't even describe it. I just really am obsessed with these formulas and this color. So the blush is probably my favorite thing about this whole collection, because you guys know that our favorite blush tones are like beigey, tan, peach colors. Like I would almost say like a tan brown beige that has peach in it. Yeah.
So something that's,
like, you know, my favorites are definitely like the Bare Minerals Blurred Buff, and then the, what's my favorite from Becca?
Oh, Wild Honey, which is, that's a little more like orangey, but, and they're so hard to, yeah, that's true. They're so hard to find, and even in powder blushes, like no one really does that color. Everyone really focuses on like pinks and like,
you guys know how we feel about pinks.
More of like true peaches, and this is like a tan nude that is like of my dreams in a cream formula, which is so hard to find. So like I saw the shade and I was like, oh, well if that isn't me in a blush, then I don't know. Like that's just my dream blush color, and so I'm so excited. It kind of reminds me of the Glossier Cloud Paint in Dusk. Is that the one I love?
That's the only one I ever had.
Yeah, I loved that cloud paint, but I never really loved, it was the least pigmented for some reason. So these, like the payoff is much better, and just try this formula. Like honestly, you won't regret it. It's definitely gonna go in our monthly faves, but because we got them this week, they're appearing in our favorites video.
Okay, and last is the show favorite. We don't have a food favorite again this week. Actually, you know why? Because we didn't get to go to Target like for the past 2 weeks.
We've been that busy.
Yeah, so that's why there's no food favorite this week. But anywho, the show favorite is Virgin River Season 3 on Netflix. If you're unfamiliar, like I said, it's Season 3, so there's 2 prior seasons to this. But I was really excited. I mean, I love this show. I feel like, and I think I talked about Season 2 almost in a video. If you're unfamiliar with the premise, it's about this nurse practitioner, Mal, that moves from Los Angeles up to Northern California in like Humboldt County. I don't think that Virgin River is an actual town in Humboldt County, but that's where, it's like a fictitious town up there. And if you're unfamiliar, like a lot of people, if you don't live on the West Coast, I feel like think that Northern California and Southern are so similar, but they're actually like unparalleled and different. I don't know. I always did until we lived here.
That's true.
And so, like, when you were watching the show, you're like, how could this be in California? But Northern California up there is like very lush, like farmland, and it's a really beautiful city. I honestly would live there if it was a real place because it's so gorgeous.
But didn't you say they filmed it in Canada?
Yeah, they filmed it in British Columbia. But I mean, we're never gonna live in Canada. But anyway, really beautiful setting. And basically, she moves there to be a nurse in this very small town, Virgin River, after tragedy strikes in her life. I don't want to give too much away if you've never seen the show, but she's basically like rebuilding her life in this new town, and like she makes new friends. But I also like that they focus on like her career. It reminds me a lot of like a more sophisticated
Everwood?
No, I love Everwood, which is now on HBO Max, by the way.
Yeah, well, I rewatched it when it was on Hulu.
The one with Rachel Bilson where she played Zoe. What was that called? I liked that
I never
one.
watched that either.
I liked it. That was just like a CW show, and this one is Netflix, so it's a little more like sophisticated, I guess. But it's really good. But season 3 actually ended very tragically, and it was like a little hard to watch at times. But it was really, really good. If you love like small town dramas, particularly in like the medical field, but not too much. It's not like Grey's Anatomy.
Literally like Everwood. Is it not?
I don't watch their show.
It's
So. Different from Everwood because Everwood was about, so you're right, in the fact that tragedy strikes. The dad, who's a doctor, moves his family to a small town in Colorado, Everwood, Colorado. Maybe they got some ideas from Everwood, but I feel like that was more about focus on like his family. Like,
yeah.
He was a very like workaholic father and now had to raise these 2 kids, and so he like moved to this small town so he could do both. Whereas Mel is just trying to like start over, but then I feel like she really falls in love with the people in this town, the town, her job, and like kind of finds herself that way. So it's not like she's like, it's not as family focused, I guess. But yeah, they're similar. If you like Everwood, you would like Virgin River.
We love Everwood.
Yeah, I watched it through a few times.
Me
that
too.
was like Chris Pratt before anyone knew.
He was literally like 18 years old.
Yeah, but we knew you guys.
Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce.
So good.
So yeah, that's it for our 5 weekly favorites. We kind of rambled a little bit, but we haven't talked to you guys.
You didn't get a video last week, so maybe you'll like our chattiness.
Yeah.